to Jerusalem now to start the day at the Western Wall. After that, I told you I'm going to Shalva, which is a first responder organization that sends out ambulances, I think within 90 seconds. 90 seconds anywhere in the country, they're there on the scene. So I'm going to see how that tech works, making some other stops, some pretty cool organizations, then going to Tel Aviv, having lunch at a new restaurant I've never been to. All in all, it's going to be a very interesting and different day. Another side of Israeli tech. Join me. So behind me here is the King David Hotel, the historic King David Hotel. I got my boy in the car there. Yummy, say hello. Yeah, his name is Yummy. Wait a minute, you don't have friends called Yummy? His name is Israel Moshe, so we call him Yummy. He got me an entrance into the Kotel, into the Western Wall. The only people that get entrances into the Western Wall are like the Prime Minister or diplomats or important people. Somehow he hooked me up. So we're going to the Kotel right now. We're gonna pull in. First time that's ever happened to me. First time I was ever able to pull right into the Kotel. That's gonna be interesting. Then heading to Hatzalah. It's gonna be a super duper interesting day. So we're waiting to drive into the Western Wall here. We're a little bit of traffic. And I hear some buzzing on my right. And I look over and what do I see? This dude on a BlackBerry. What is that phone, dude?
Here's one for you.
What do I even do with this thing? Holy smokes, man. Nice picture. There are a lot of new hotels in Jerusalem, I have to say, but the King David remains, in my opinion, the classiest and most beautiful hotel. Check this place out. Oh, Yum Dog, say hello.
Boker Tov.
It's cooking.
How are you? What is camera?
I'm sitting here at the King David eating breakfast, and this guy comes over and says hello. How do we know each other?
We go back a long time. We shared a life-changing experience together.
This guy gave me my first experience, not that experience. What experience did you give me? My first Tesla test drive was in his car, the P90D. My first time test driving a Tesla was this guy's car in Toronto. He let me drive it, and we had just met, and he just kindly offered me to come back and test drive it again.
Don't kiss and tell.
I'm gonna come back, dude. I'm gonna be driving it again. Anyway, that was a phenomenal experience, and this guy was in the back seat in my first test drive of a Tesla. Remember that?
Still nauseous, do I remember it?
Yeah, I was driving like a maniac because I wanted to test the 0 to 60 thing.
Yeah,
and
so like a rowboat more than a car.
Yeah, so I was rocking it, and we all almost threw up, but it was quite the experience. One of many, I hope. The bad news is we are not going to the Western Wall because a truck got stuck there and they had to close it down. We came back to the King David for breakfast. The good news is breakfast here, remarkable. I feel bad that I didn't give you some good Western Wall footage, so I'm gonna make it up to you. We're going to try and attempt to drone from the King David. Hope we don't get in trouble because 50 feet away from here is police airspace, and pretty sure flying from here is illegal, if it even lets me take off in the first place. Might not even let me take off in terms of airspace, but we're gonna try. Once again, police in Jerusalem. Haven't the Jews suffered enough? Look at this.
Newborn till 1 year and a half, who are coming here once a week for morning from 8 o'clock till 2:30 in the afternoon. What's really special about it is, first of all, the mothers are coming here to a whole day where the children are getting therapies, all kind of therapies, in one place. They don't have to go one way to the other to get hydrotherapy and massage for babies and physiotherapy and everything. Everything happens in one place. The second thing is the mothers are creating kind of a support group. We're talking about mothers who a lot of them are coming here. They didn't even know they're going to have a special needs children.
Right. How long have you been here?
I've been a volunteer myself for 5 years.
You've been volunteering here
Yeah.
for 5 years? You've been here for 5 years, volunteering your time. How much time?
It's 3 hours a day.
Every day for 5 years. You've been here?
Yeah, 3 times a day. It's
Three times a week?
For 3 hours.
3 hours a day
for 5 years.
for 5 years. For free.
Not including summer camps, which is 1 week.
I know you, my neighbor. Why do you do this?
I came here by mistake. I came here, a friend of mine, her sister was here about Shirut, the Shirut Lomi, which is National Service Girls.
Right.
And she was here volunteering. I was in the 8th grade. And she was all the time talking about Shalva. So I said, okay, I gotta come and see. I remember myself leaving Shalva, calling my mom. It's like, Mama, there's no way I'm not coming back. There's no way. And since then, I've been here. I left for the Shirut Lomi. I came back here to work. I was in charge of the volunteers myself. I had 150 volunteers. Now we have 250 volunteers, which is amazing.
250 people come here and dedicate all this time.
Exactly.
Wow, that is...
It's amazing. And a lot of people came to Malki and said, okay, take my kid also. It's really helping me. Take him too. And it became so big. So they took they rent a first villa, which they ended to buy it, which was in Arnof, and it began to grow and to grow. And 1 year ago, we moved here, which is amazing. And we had a lot of, we could not handle all these children. All these parents wanted us to take care of the children. This is the overnight program. The afternoon children, which is another program, which is age 6 to 21. Our children who are coming here after school, 2 3 hours after school program, and some of them are staying here to sleep. Make it clear, nobody's living here, but children are sleeping here once a week. What is really beautiful is, first of all, parents are getting almost 48 hours a week when the children is not home. So it's one evening you can talk to the other siblings and have one morning which is really quiet and easier. So it's really amazing. And the second thing is, first of all, the children are having like a huge pajama party once a week, which is amazing. And the worst problem is that they just don't want to leave and go home, but that's okay. But they're really getting life skills, how to make a sandwich for the next day, and how to make your bed, and how to shower yourself, and getting more independent. So usually we have about 2 children sleeping in one room, and a counselor here, which is when he goes to sleep, he moves the bed to block the door so nobody can go out.
The counselor is volunteer.
So it depends. We have two nights which are boys nights and 3 girls nights. The girls are the non-shirut, which is totally volunteers, and the boys we have no, they're getting paid for the night. So we have one who's sleeping here, but they're volunteers. So they're volunteering during the day, and the night they're working. And one who's always awake during the night, so if anything happens. Those are the bathrooms and showers.
Nice. So happy.
It is. Usually
the colors, everything's so happy.
Usually at this point I get a question about how is everything so clean.
Yeah, how is everything so clean?
So it's true we have...
You see any kids here? There's no kids here.
No, it's not true, because I gotta tell you that first of all, it's true we have a lot of people working here to make the place big. I spend about 40% of my time volunteering, being with a child and telling him for 40 minutes, okay, this paper, we're gonna throw it into the garbage and not on the floor. And again, and then again, and because they're still so stubborn. But so it's really something which is in the DNA. So this is Yossi's apartment. Yossi is not a part of the Shalva programs. He's living here. He has counselors with him 24/7. He's working in the Vishesh, which is the highway in Jerusalem. He's been to Greece in the summer. He has been to Thailand. He met Bush in the White House a few years ago. Nothing can stop him. He's really an example of, even with disabilities, nothing can stop him. So this is the dining room for the afternoon children. We have 350 children eating here every day. You were talking about making it a home. So the afternoon program, we saw the pavilion, which is like one unit, and we have like 5 of them on the floor. Malki put a lot of effort on how to do it like really in a home way, and not like in a hospital or in the institution. So they managed to do the small units we have. Compared to here, when you have the view and all the glasses, and it's part of the inclusion program too. The children are looking outside, they can see the other people. Other people are looking at them. They're part of the community, they're part of everybody. They're not, in a small and dark corner with nobody wants to get close to them. A lot of times the children are asking what's inside, and usually people are really getting scared so the Sefer Torah doesn't get dirt or fall down or whatever happened. So they usually take the children back and take them away. And she decided to put the Hillel to do it in the shape of a Sefer Torah. So when the children will come and ask what's inside, you can just point and say just what you're looking at. And that's exactly Shalva. We're gonna make things different for our children, for them to be in a natural place, and for the things will be easier for them. This is their place, they're in the center. Everything is made for them.
Pretty remarkable.
All the walls are painted by an artist. It is no stickers and
wallpaper, it's actual painting.
It's actually painting. One artist, Anna Kogan, painted all the walls here. So this is the first floor. So we have here a coffee place, and I was saying about the volunteers and how it's a really social place. So behind you have all the couples who've met at Shalva. I am myself on the wall in my...
Hey, all the couples that have met and got married here.
Not here at Shalva, but met at Shalva. Both of the boy and the girl.
Oh my God, these are all...
volunteers, bnot shirut, counselors, everything.
All couples that met here and ended up getting married.
We're renewing all the chairs because it's been used for the whole year and we don't want things to be not perfect. So this is all the things you see here. We have 341 places. What is really special is the whole front row. You can take out the chairs and put wheelchairs in, and they go.
The ramp, I'm assuming.
No, they're going from downstairs here from the lobby. There's an entrance, exactly. In Israel, we hear a lot of stories, even about couples who are going to the movie theater and can't even sit together because they don't have enough places for wheelchairs. So here it's really amazing.
We're finishing up this tour here. Who are you?
Avi Samuels.
And give me your, as they say in Hebrew, al regel achat, on one leg. Well, give me your quick background. What's your story?
I happen to be born into a family with a brother that has severe disabilities, Yossi Samuels.
He was born that way?
Yossi was born healthy, injured when he was a year old, 11 months old, by a DPT vaccine, a faulty vaccine here in Israel in 1977.
How old were you then? You're older than Yossi or younger than Yossi?
I'm Yossi's younger brother.
Younger.
Yossi's 2 years older than me. Yossi was born healthy and in 1977 injured by a DPT vaccine when he was 11 months old. It turns out that in those days it was a damaged batch of vaccines. Many babies were injured. Yossi was one of them. He became blind, deaf, physically disabled, and with severe disabilities. My parents faced different realities suddenly of raising a kid with disabilities
How
at
many
home.
kids did they have at the time?
We are 6 kids in 6 years.
Four more after.
Yeah, and a younger sister some years after as well. So we're 7 kids. I was growing up in this environment, knowing what it is to be a sibling to a kid with special needs. And this was our life in the very difficult days with Yossi. My mother cried a lot. It was here in Israel, then later in New York to try to find treatment, to try to find cure for him. And among her tears, she made a promise in her heart that if Yossi will ever have a life of sorts, she will dedicate her life helping other families who are dealing with a similar situation of raising a child with disabilities, which takes over the family's life, and in many, many cases, families literally fall apart.
3 questions for you, if I may. A, what did your parents do? What did your father do? What did your parents do before?
My father was born and raised in Vancouver, Canada, a secular kid. He was a star athlete, had scholarships, academic scholarships, scholarships in sports to Ivy League universities. And when he was 18, he came with a pack on his back and 2 friends to Europe to hitchhike around Israel, Europe. And when he visited Israel, something happened to him. Some say he saw the light, some say he fell off the deep end. It doesn't really make a difference.
Okay.
Ended up staying here.
Happens to a lot of people.
Happens to a lot of people.
Called Jerusalem syndrome.
Jerusalem syndrome, Israel syndrome.
Okay.
And he saw the spark.
Second question.
Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff I want to. Well, I'll come back, by the way. I'm absolutely coming back. This place is amazing. Just for my own soul, I want to come back here. But the second question is, and I don't know if you want to talk about this, but just from a legal perspective, did your parents sue? I mean, is that something you can sue for? Did they? I mean, how does that work?
It was a law case in the 80s. It took 8 years, and Yossi got some settlement outside of court not to create a precedent in the field of vaccines.
Okay.
And it was a very, very, very tough situation here in Israel. Many babies were injured. We learned later on that around 250 babies were injured by this same vaccine until they took this batch of vaccines off the shelves. Most babies didn't make it, and some are in a vegetable condition. Yossi is the only one that we know that survived it and somehow has a life.
Wow. Okay. Third question. How did you? I mean, I don't know if you could answer this question on behalf of your parents, but where did they find the strength to not give up hope and actually not only not give up hope and then go ahead and build this thing for other parents? Where do you find that strength? Because I can't imagine, being in a situation. I can only think, in that situation, I would think about myself. Not only did they not think about themselves and not, get depressed and get negative, but they went and they enhanced the lives of thousands and thousands of other families. Where did they find that strength?
I don't think there is an answer to this. As my mother says, her mother survived Auschwitz, and she said, she had a quote she always said, "May God never test us with the strength we have, with the abilities we have."
you're capable as a human being to do, and both physically and emotionally,
When people
much
face
more.
Situations,
Right.
they get the tools and the strength to deal with them as well. And I will quote my father that always says that Batya, the daughter of
Pharaoh in Egypt, yeah.
Pharaoh, when she reached out to grab Moses from the water, the commentaries say that a miracle happened and her hand got
Elongated.
long to pull him out of the water.
Right.
And he says, what did she think to begin with? She saw his way out there. Why did she reach out? And the answer is that we see to a very limited degree. But once we reach out, we usually get much farther than what we anticipated originally.
In other words, the question is, why did she even reach out her arm? She saw that he's way out of reach.
Exactly.
The answer is, when you reach for things out of reach,
It usually goes much farther than what you could think originally. And I think, they didn't have plans to save the world. They wanted to help a few families and to see how to make a difference for others. And it took on a life.
come.
Let me introduce you to Rafael.
Hi, Rafael.
היי,
עברית?
עברית,
עברית? אין אנגלית?
כן,
איך קוראים לך?
רפאל,
בן כמה אתה?
26.
אתה אוהב את המקום הזה?
ברור.
I asked him what his name is. He said Rafael. I asked him how old he is. He said 26. And then I asked him if he loves this place. And he said, obviously. אתה עובד פה?
כן.
He works here. מה אתה עושה?
אני בעצם מתייחס לכל אחד ומה שצריכים אנחנו עושים, נותנים להם שירות וגם עבודה של בר וגם עבודה של אנשים. זה שילוב מאוד מצוין.
I asked him what he does here. He said he just makes sure that everybody's happy and he gives them everything they need, all the service they need. אתה עובד פה בבית קפה?
כן.
He works in the coffee. He's a טעים. מאוד. Very good. You know what very good means?
Yeah.
מבין very good?
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you.
So this coffee shop
I don't get such good service outside of. I've been normal restaurants in Israel.
Look, this center is a community center. We built it, and it's my mother's desire, my mother's dream, not to build an institution, not to build a hospital,
Right.
not to build a place where people come in from the outside and feel that, hey, we came to a place that belongs to individuals with special needs, with disabilities. No, it's a place where everybody feels comfortable coming to. And the coffee shop is one of the facilities in the center where the community comes and joins, enjoys a beautiful, great meal, and at the same time is exposed and is part of this world.
All right, here's the big question. I already committed on camera that when I make my first exit, I'm writing a big check to Shalva. But till that happens,
Oh, you made it already.
Not yet. Till that happens, though, how do people help?
Shalva is dependent on many, many partners worldwide that make this miracle happen every day. It's, the government supports 30% of our budget, but all the rest we have to raise.
Right.
And obviously, large to small, it's a huge partnership of many, many, many people. I would say thousands of people around the world who make this happen.
If someone wants to donate money right now, what do they do? How do they go? Where do they donate? How do they find more
I think
information?
the easiest access is our website, shalva.org.
Shalva, SHALVA.org.
And the information is all there.
Is there? Sorry for asking this question, but is there a minimum, or do you accept all donations?
The minimum for us is a maximum. Whatever people can do is appreciated. We never expect anything, and we're always humble and always grateful for everybody who finds this meaningful to him, to his family, and wants to be a part of it.
When people donate money right now, hopefully by the hundreds, hopefully, the money goes straight to enhancing the lives of these thousands and thousands of kids. Correct?
Correct. The money, Shalva operates on a very, very high level, high standards of management. We work with the leading regulators in Israel and in the world, and we're always viewed as a charity that runs like the best businesses out there. And for us, it's important not only what we do, but how we do it. And
I saw, by the way, the level here is.
no, but also the impact of every dollar donated goes almost 100% to serve the kids with the minimal expenses of the needed expenses around.
Well, like I said, I'll say it again on the camera. As soon as I can afford to write, not a small check, a big check.
We take small.
Yeah, but when I can write a big check, my first check will come here. That you have my word on that for sure, because this is somebody, my friend Yummy here. We've been hanging out. Our friend Yummy.
Really,
he said,
he's with us for so many years, and so many good things happened to the
He said to me,
organization.
we were going to Hatzela today, and then he said, before let's go to Shalva. And I was like, I know Shalva because I met you and your dad at a friend of mine's house. And I was like, I didn't say no, but I didn't really get whatever. And he's like, you got to go see this place. You got to go see it. And I was like, I worked in Pass for 2 summers. So I love the special needs, field, and so We came, but I was maybe a little bit less enthusiastic, and I cannot tell you how my perception, 180 degrees. This place is.
If I may add something.
Biggest facility in the world?
Biggest facility in the world for
Yeah,
special
the
needs.
largest, most advanced facility in the world for special needs. And as beautiful as these walls are, and as much as we can do here, our greater mission and hope is that people from around the world will see this as a model and hopefully
Replicate.
go back home and see that things could be done differently.
Unbelievable. Listen, I want to thank you, first of all, for everything you do, and beyond.
Thank you, Hillel.
I didn't do anything. But beyond one day writing a check, if there's anything I can do, I don't know what, on the marketing side, on the tech side, I don't even know what I can do, but if there's anything I can ever do, you know where to find me.
You're doing a lot now.
And do anything.
Thank you.
It's the least tip of the iceberg, because this is just a remarkable place. So thank you for everything you do. Please tell your parents thank you for being just, I don't even know,
Thank you, Hillel.
remarkable human beings,
Thank you,
really.
Hillel. You know what? I want to tell you something. One last thing.
Yes.
It's wonderful and important to take care of kids, to support their families.
Yeah.
But what you're saying now, and I'm listening to you, is really a success of our mission to create that sense of dignity and kavod for these people. That people come in and say, I'm happy to be here, I'm proud to be here, and I feel wonderful being part of this world.
From a politically correct standpoint, we call them special needs, but in most places in the world, they maybe don't feel special more.
Let me
Here they feel
correct
special.
your politically correct. These things change often.
Yeah.
Now it's no longer politically correct.
Say special needs.
Yeah,
What do they
it's
say?
patronizing.
Okay.
Now you just say individuals with disabilities.
Interesting.
So they're individuals, they're
But
people,
here-
and they have a disability.
But here, I have to say, I understand that may be the politically correct thing to say, but here I don't feel like these children feel that they're less good. On the contrary, they feel special in that they're actually given, like you said, dignity, and they feel this is a world, this is a whole universe we built here, and it's remarkable.
And they so deserve it.
Unbelievable.
They so deserve it.
Well, thank you very much. I would
Thank
love
you.
to stay here all day and hear more, because it really is truly
Thank
remarkable.
you
But I'm going to
so
Hatzalah now, another unbelievable organization.
True.
But really, let's stay in touch
True.
and let me know how I can help. And very
Thank
good iced
you.
coffee too, by the way.
L'chaim.
Chaim.
Shana tova. iPhone 8 is coming out today.
Is that what he said?
Yeah. Very excited. His business card. And he loves when people keep in touch. That's
you'll
how
keep in touch
with so many. He has in his wallet, if it's bills, he'll know every bill where it is. He has order in life. None of us have anything close to it. Very, very happy that you come to Shalva and people come to Shalva. Blind, deaf, in a wheelchair. In a way has nothing to get out of bed in the morning for.
Oh my God.
Totally isolated from this world.
My mind does not.
More connected than all of us. Gets up in the morning, happy, and ready for the next day.
My mind. I have to wrap my mind around everything. I just speechless. No words, and that doesn't happen often. This is really wow. All right, listen.
Yeah.
You stay in touch with me. We're gonna work together.
Look forward to it.
All right, man. Thank you so
Hillel.
much.
Thank you so much for coming by.
Great to meet you again. We'll meet again soon. I'm sure.
Here too.
Take care.